Hey everyone, it's Miss Merrill. It's been a while, but I'm back with another video. And guess what? The season of fall is here. Yay! So for today's art lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these beautiful pictures of some fall leaves. Something I love about fall is how the leaves change color. So we're going to be using some warm fall colors like red, orange, yellow, and brown to paint in our beautiful fall leaves for this picture. Let's get started. For your materials, you'll need watercolor paper or another thick piece of paper, a pencil, watercolor paints, a cup of water, napkin, and a paintbrush, and oil pastels or crayons. I also like to use a messy mat or protective paper under the piece I'm painting on. So to start out, we're going to draw the shapes of the leaves with pencil first before tracing over the lines with crayon or oil pastel. Let's begin with a gently curved line, or you can make them more straight if you'd like, and I call these the spine of the leaf. And then what I like to do is draw some lines inside for the veins of the leaf. So to do that, you're going to draw a few lines on each side of the spine lines that we just did. And I like to do them sort of small, medium, and longer. So you can either do them one at a time like I just did, or you can also do them in rows like this, or in V shapes like this. Now I want to show you how to draw a few leaf shapes for the outside. Let's start with one with smooth sides. For that, what I want to do is put my pencil at the top of the spine. I'm going to make mine a little longer here because I need some more room. And I'm going to come down, and then after I get just past that last vein, I'm going to curve it in towards the spine. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on the other side. And then after, if you need to do things like make the stem longer or other edits, you can. You want to make the lines go all the way out to the sides. Next, let's try some wiggly shaped ones. You can either do those by drawing sort of a rainbow shaped line going around each of the inside lines. And after you get past the last one, you bring it into the stem. Make that a little longer. Or you can make a wiggly line that curves up and down as it goes around the lines. So up, down, and I'm just going to do that on both sides, up and down as it goes around the lines. Now I want to show you one more leaf shape, which is how to do sort of pointy edges. So you can see I've already drawn another inside of the leaf here. And for that, now I'm just going to make almost like triangle shapes going in and out around each line. Now I'm just going to draw a few more leaves in different sizes, going in different directions to look like they're blowing in the wind. And now I'm ready to go over all of my pencil lines with oil pastel or crayon. If you are using crayons, it's really important as you go over the pencil lines to just make them really thick. So it helps to kind of color up and down as you follow the shape of the lines. If you're using oil pastel, you also want to make the lines nice and thick. Just be careful because oil pastels are softer and they can break easily if you push too hard. Now I'm just going to use some fall colors like red, orange, yellow, and brown to go over all of my pencil lines. And finally, if you're interested in making these windy swirl details, you can do that with a white crayon or white oil pastel. I'm going to show you how to do that by drawing very lightly with a pencil because sometimes the white pastel and crayon is hard to see on the white paper. To make swirls, you can start with the shape of the letter C, but then you take the end and you keep going around it. Eventually, this line will run into the leaves, and you can just imagine where it might continue by drawing curved lines going around it. You can also create this effect by adding some wiggly lines going up and down around your paper. So now I'm just going to do that with some white. And now I'm ready to paint. I want to show you how to do this wet on wet technique. That's when the colors look like they're sort of blending or fusing together. You can see that with the warm colors of orange, red, yellow inside the leaves and the cool colors on the outside. Let's start with inside the leaves. If you like the wet on wet technique, what you want to do is paint inside of your leaf with just plain water first. Fill up the whole leaf with water. You also need to prepare your watercolors by adding a little bit of water into each of the colors that you plan to use. And now I'm going to add some color inside of my leaf. I'm going to start with some red. I'm just going to add it onto the wet paper. And you can see it kind of starts to fuse out. If I want to add different colors, I'm going to clean my brush, swirl it in the next color, can add water as needed. And this will help to blend the colors as well. All right, I'm going to use that technique to finish painting the rest of my leaves. Now I'm ready to paint my background. As you can see, the oil pastel and the crayon resist the watercolor. This type of art is called a resist. That means you can paint right over it and the oil pastel or crayon still shows up. I'm going to use the same technique for painting the background, except instead of painting the whole thing at once, I'm just going to paint a chunk of it at a time with plain water. And then I'm going to add some purple and blue on top. If you want to do it a different way, you can. You're the artist. And here we have our beautiful finished product. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more art lessons, please check out the other videos on my YouTube page for Miss Merrill Makes. If you want to learn more about my other art services, please check out my website at www.missmerrillmakes.com and follow me on Instagram at Miss Merrill Makes. Thanks again. Bye.